see this? Hold up. Wait. I've earned my ears. Thank you, and don't yell at me when you see me at the counter. Okay, Bonnet baddie. Go. Yo, I hate this thing. Hello everyone, it's officially been 3 weeks since I have come on my DCP, and this past week I just finished training. I've officially earned my ears. So it's kind of a big deal, but I'm basically here to tell you all about training. Okay, so I'm working quick service in Liberty Square. That's pretty self-explanatory where I'm working. I mean, I'm wearing this absolutely beautiful headpiece.
Why you always lying?
I go by Bonnet baddie. But anyway, let me tell you this. Training humbled me. I'm not even gonna lie. Okay, so let me give a brief overview. My training was about 8 days. The first day being like Once Upon a Time Is Now, basically doing like your tour of Magic Kingdom, a more in-depth and thorough tour of it. And then after that, I started training on location. Come visit me and watch me suffer in my bonnet. No, I'm joking. I actually love my location. I love the people who work there. Knock on wood, that I will continue to like it through May. I probably will. So basically, the first day was bussing and trash. And then since I'm front of house there, that basically means like greeting, which is A-frame, bussing, trash, and then like running food. So each day we learned a new thing. I think the first day was basically just more like getting to know the restaurant. And also, when you are quick service or working at any restaurant, you get to try all the food that they offer, just so when a guest actually like, hey, how's this? You can actually give an honest opinion, not like, oh, I don't really know. Plus, curiosity kills the cat. So it's not like you would be risking it all just to try the food at your job. Because as an employee at Disney, I can't stop Disney pointing. But also, as an employee at Disney, you are not allowed to try, like, eat any of the food while you're on stage. Like, if you want to eat food at your place, you need to come back on your off day, because that is stealing from the company if you eat any food. Okay, what I was trying to say is that basically you can't eat any of the food from whatever foodery you work at while you're like on the clock. I mean, for some locations, drinks, they don't really care. Like mine, you're allowed to use any fountain drinks, but for like food is definitely a no-no because it is considered stealing. So don't risk it all for a pretzel or a chip, because they got cameras everywhere and you literally don't know where they are. Alrighty, stay blessed. Yeah. I also forgot to mention that front of house also includes cash, which is like running the registers. Whoa, bro, I'm gonna keep it 112% with you. Cash is so nerve-wracking. For me personally, I had a problem with like memorizing like the sides, so I kept on asking people what sides they want, and on the cash registers, it tells you how many people they think you're gonna like serve in an hour. So like make it a fun little game. Like for mine, it started with, because it's supposed to be the smaller the number, the better it is. So like, let's say the first person you served, like 1 out of 30. So that's how many the machine thinks you're gonna serve like within the hour. My thing went from 1 out of 30 to 1 out of 270. That's how bad I was struggling. Cash Lou was making me like nervous. When I get nervous, I like pick my fingers, and also I itch a lot. I was nervous itching. I was picking my fingers and itching. It was just bad. But then by the end, I actually got accustomed to it. It's just, yeah, I'm really all over the place. So greeting is what we call A-frame, and that's basically like you can be outside, which is bell ringer. You're like saying hi everyone, like answering questions when needed. Then there's like the indoor greeter, who you're like, hi, would you like a menu? Welcome. Would you like a menu? Would you like a menu? Would you like a menu? Do you want a menu? Thanks, sailors. That's actually my favorite position, just because it's a lot of guest interaction. Again, there's cash. Cash makes me very nervous. So if you ever see me on cash, in the wise words of my friend KP. And then there's counter. Counter is one of my favorite things to do, just because you get to be like, so number 400. The themed wording is so fun, and also like you get to do the birthday song. Also, counter includes running the food, which basically means taking the food from the window to the counter, or there's drinks, 1 and 2. Drinks, I'm terrible at. Just because the little counter, the clear thingy for all the drinks, I can't keep up with it. I can't get hip to it. I'm just bad at it. And then there's just like the people who are actually yelling out the numbers of like the order and making sure everything's good with that. Again, one of my favorite parts because it's a lot of guest interaction. On slow days when there's not really a lot of people there, you can be like, so that's gonna take a minute. Where are you folks from? You enjoying your day? What do you plan on doing? I asked somebody that and a little girl straight up looked me dead in my eye and said,
I'm most excited about Universal.
Took me out. She was straight, dead serious. And I was like, her mom's like,
You're not supposed to say that.
I was like, hey, she wanted to keep it 100. Can't be mad at her. We learned all those positions. That's just a quick like overview of what everything is. But let me tell you a quick summary of training. Okay, so everyone knows CPs for quick service, or just CPs in general for most things. We get the butt hours, like the worst hours, just because like full-time and part-time, it's seniority when it comes to the hours you want in creating your schedule and everything. We do not create our schedule. Someone creates it for us, so we get the leftover hours. If it was up to me, I would love to do opening. Opening I find much more fun, and you leave at a reasonable time. Like, we would have to be there at 8 a.m. That sounds terrible, but then you would leave at 4 p.m. So if you wanted to, you could like go to the parks afterwards or just like come home early. So that made things easier. But no, as CP, most of the time, our average, like once I got my actual schedule, I have to be there by 11:30. I'll be leaving at closing. We are always closing. That kind of is a bummer just because it's like, oh, they show you what it's like to open, but the chance of you opening is very rare. It's just not gonna happen. I don't have a lot of complaints at all, really. The only thing I would have to say that I personally complained about, well, I actually didn't even complain about it, but what I like felt, I think I lucked out when it came with my role in my location. Like, everyone in my location I think is very nice. It's a very like relaxed area, but also at the same time we are on our P's and Q's. Like, we don't play, we get it done. The only thing I was not used to, / it's gonna take me a while to get hip to, is standing on your feet for 8 hours and talking as much as I have talked. I'm just not used to not having water near me, my mouth literally drying out, like, why do I keep yawning? But yeah, just the standing for like long periods of time. Let me tell you this, after day 1, I went to sleep. I woke up the next morning, I could not feel the bottom half of my body. Like, I was scared. So really, just to sum things up, training week, depending on where you are, at least for my location, was not as complex. I had amazing trainers who were very helpful and very cool. What the heck? So if you get the roll quick service, don't be nervous. Oh, that rhymed. If you get the roll quick service, don't be nervous. Okay, wait, I'm sorry. That like Logan went hard. I think that quick service gets a bad rep, but also, I just started. Hit me when I do an update. Let's see where I stand.